We got everybody. Well, you got your kids to school, and I let my kids stay home. But I made him scrape my car. So
yeah, my kids. I was like, buses are canceled. But guess what? You're still going to school.
Aww.
And they're like, what about the neighbor kids? And I said, well, I think they're getting a ride with their mom.
Yeah.
But no, they were staying home.
Wow.
So, but if my kids knew that,
Your
they were going to be
either
like,
the lucky ones or the unlucky ones.
They were going to be like, no, we stay home too.
TBD.
Yeah. Well, they ran into school. They seemed happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Honestly, school on snow days is probably great.
So when I was
probably fun.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I lived in the country. So whenever there was a snow day, I did stay home.
Yeah.
And I always felt so jealous of all the kids that got to do fun stuff at school with the walkers. Like,
they would play games and watch movies.
Yeah.
And
I think I went in for like one or two snow days, and I was like, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah. And there's like a third or a quarter of the kids there.
Yeah.
10% of the kids
that was country living, though. Here in the city, as I was dropping the kids off, there was a lot of kids. It wasn't...
Yes, for sure.
It wasn't like a snow day we had in the
Well, and my kid is a city busser.
Yeah.
But I let him stay home because a bunch of kids aren't good. Some of the kids that go to that school get busing.
Yeah.
So, and roads are slippery and whatever. It's fine. He'll do his laundry.
Yeah.
He'll do stuff. He's 14. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
So we're late. So maybe we'll try to keep this quick, but I don't know. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. What is this?
Oh my God.
Super cool. I did not. What is that?
So this is really cool. It's called My Pad, and it's for your sewing machine needles. So what you do is, let's say you're sewing.
Like a little foam.
It's a foam. It's like a felt. It's actually felt, and it's quite thick. I'd say it's about just over a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah.
And it's got a bunch of different spots with the different types of sewing machine needles. So what it's for, remember the needle pin cushions we had?
Yeah.
We're waiting for them to come back in a second. It's very similar, but more detailed.
Yes.
So it's got like universal in all the sizes. It's got embroidery needles, jersey, top stitch, quilting, and then it's got the sizes of the needle on there. I don't know if you guys.
So if you switch back and forth between different projects a lot,
this is perfect.
And you want to save your needles and keep track of what they are, this is going to be perfect
And what's
for you.
really cool about this one is it includes a pin in it. There's a pin right here, and so you can indicate what's in your machine right now with the pin. Yeah. Ooh. I saw these a while ago, and I was like, oh, I want one for myself. So I was like, I bet other people would want them. So yeah, super fun.
That is a good idea.
Super good idea. Yeah.
And that would just like fit right on your desk or in a drawer or in your sewing bag if you're going to a retreat or whatever.
I don't think you can hang it up, but
that's like what, like 5 inches by 5 inches?
A little bit bigger, I think. Does it say in the project or the product listing? It says. Now you can't hang it up from the actual felt, but yeah, like it's just.
That's super cool.
Yeah, you just hang it around and
And then I saw this. I saw this on our supplier's website, and I'm like,
yeah, I saw these really earlier too, and I was like,
so this is a little light, and it's magnets. So you can like magnet it onto, the idea is that it's a purse light. Yeah. And you can magnet it onto like the pocket inside your purse.
So that when you're ruffling in their purse, you can actually see stuff.
You can turn, so there's a little button on the side here, and there's a light here, and you can turn it on. Yeah. There's a little plastic protector for the battery, so it's not turning on right now. But then also you can take it out, and if you are doing something and you need a light, you can just like magnet it onto your jacket. I mean, if you're walking at nighttime, if you're knitting or doing hand stitching or reading, it would just
and it
go
has
anywhere.
A flashing red light option that can be used in emergencies.
There you go.
So, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so super cool.
Yeah. And it's got a cute little quilt block pattern.
And it's got a cute little quilt block pattern on the non-light side.
Yeah.
I think this is really great.
I think it's awesome.
I want one of these.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Yeah.
And they're like feel like really good quality and
and the magnet's nice and strong. So like you could even put this like on the outside of a jacket.
Yeah,
it'll hold on to. Like it's holding onto my sweater pretty good.
Yep.
And it's not like
I don't think you'd have to really bounce it off for it to come off.
So super cool.
Speaking of lights, apparently Tanya says you can sew lights to your purses too. I have not seen those, but that would be super cool. Yeah. These guys are back in stock.
Those are great.
Flew off the shelf.
They did.
And then they went out of stock in from our supplier, and I couldn't get any more until now. So yeah, they're back in stock. They're super handy if you like to do any kind of handwork at night and you want to have the lights off.
Reading.
Reading, yeah. You can use them for any kind of lap activity.
If you are a night owl and your husband goes to sleep at 8 o'clock like mine does, and I do not go to bed at 8 o'clock like a 5-year-old, you can sit in bed and read your book and listen to him snore and feel a little bit like at least you're spending some time together.
Oh my gosh. Oh yes, and they are.
So you can do them independently.
Yes, you can do them independently. You don't have to do them at the same time. They just have a little, I think it's a AA battery.
Probably.
Yeah, and so you just put a battery in each of them.
Yeah.
And and then you've got.
It's not too heavy. I have one that my kids gave me a couple of years ago for Christmas, and I find it just a little bit too heavy. This one seems lighter.
Yeah.
And it's got like a really nice squishy.
It's got a really solid foam thing here for comfort, and you can bend them around and stuff.
Them however you want.
Yeah, however you want. Yeah, those are fun. Oh, and other lighted stuff. We have a lighted seam ripper.
Yes.
So if you have a dark sewing room like I do in the basement, that can be super handy. Or if your
eyesight is going like mine is.
We also have a lighted needle threader that we just got in, and then some lighted tweezers, or like your
I've noticed like this sudden surge of lighted tools.
Lights are everywhere
out there.
Yeah.
So lighted tools seems to be all the rage right now, and I'm here for it. So I'm very happy about it.
More lights the better.
More lights the better.
Yeah.
The other thing that we just got in, which is super exciting, is
my God,
mega rolls of pattern trays. So this is the normal 10 meters.
Yeah.
This is 50 meters. So look at that.
Yeah, that'll last you a while.
The really great news about this one in particular is that how often do we ship pattern trays? A couple times a month?
Once or twice a month. Yeah, it kind of ebbs and flows.
Yeah. So we have like 20 or 30 customers who regularly buy pattern trays from us and have it shipped to their homes across Canada.
Yeah. We get a lot of orders for BC for pattern trays.
Lots in BC. So if you're from BC, this is for you. Yeah. We got this specifically for you. But the boxes, the triangular shipping boxes that they're
actually
square. Okay. They fit 4 of these.
Yeah.
And they cost between $45 and $55 to ship. So you buy 4 of these, we get you an exact quote for shipping, and we charge you that.
Yeah. Yeah, no free shipping for
this puppy fits into the same box.
And you get 5 times, so this is 5
50
rolls
meters
of this.
So this is 50 meters versus 40 meters, and you can ship it for the same cost. So it is going to
more bang for your buck.
It's going to save you some money. It's going to save you like 20%. You know, the total cost because the shipping. On your pattern trays.
Yeah.
And it's the same product. They've just rolled it onto a larger roll.
There's just more of it. Yeah, I like this because I go through about 3 or 4 of these guys a year because I trace all my patterns. And
also, this is $37.99.
Yeah.
This we priced at $174.99. So this roll is closer to the price of 4 of these compared to the price of 5 of these. Yeah. So
you're saving some money there.
So you're saving even there. Yeah. You're saving even more. Like we should do the total. We should do a little infographic. Or do a little blurb in the newsletter about breaking down the cost exactly to have this shipped.
What would be sad though about this is my son, who's almost 7, loves the tubes that come out of these.
Oh, and he'd have to wait.
They're nice,
for ages.
solid tubes, and then he would have to, not too big, and he would have to wait forever, and then he'd only get 1 tube versus like 3 or 4 tubes.
Aw.
Yeah.
We have a lot of tubes. If anybody's kids wants fabric tubes, we have fabric tubes.
Yeah.
Like come and pick a couple, come and get like a couple of fabric tubes if you are, I don't know, doing like marble runs. If you
Yeah,
want to like shoot
totally.
things down your stairs
Yeah,
inside
sometimes
a tube,
what
we
we
got
do
the tubes for you.
Sometimes what we do is we'll build bridges for dinky cars,
Yeah.
or like matchbox cars.
For Halloween of 2020, we stood outside a second floor window, and we shot candy down the tube into my nieces and nephews' Halloween bags. It was great.
Every time my kids come into the store, they always go to the recycling and they raid the bolts.
Yeah. Yeah. If you are local and your kids want like boxes, and you happen to stop by, boxes or tubes, we frequently have boxes and tubes, and you are welcome to them. I can't guarantee it, but we frequently have boxes and tubes.
My son then takes the bolts, so the square bolts, and he builds things with them. And he builds houses and all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah. We go through so much tape. It's unbelievable. So much tape.
They should get tape in their Christmas stockings.
We did that last year.
Yeah.
He loves it so much. And all sorts of types of tape. Masking tape,
duct tape,
packing tape, duct tape, painter's tape.
Absolutely.
So much tape.
All those
I never knew having kids would mean that we would buy so much tape.
So one year my dad got us kids a bag of like 1,000 zip ties. My little brothers loved those things. Like they made like chainmail out of zip ties.
That's hilarious.
And then another year they got like 10 pounds of elastic bands.
Yeah, my kids would love that.
Just like, just weird hardware store toys. And it was like pure imagination toy. Yeah. So what else do we have? We have this.
God, this is adorable.
Stinking cute little thing. This is a little horse.
It's a stable.
With a little bale of hay and horses.
Little flap.
And
there's a door on either side.
There's a door on either side, and it opens up. And there's more horses inside. Yeah, more horses. There's 4 horses and 2 bales of hay.
Tanya said her drying rack just broke and she fixed it with zip ties.
Yeah.
There you go.
Zip ties, baby.
Yeah, and then inside is like a little play mat. So it goes flat.
Yeah.
But if you keep up one side, there's like little
pockets,
so you can put the horses and they can be in their stalls.
Yeah,
that's adorable.
It's super great.
Sorry, I can't hold it up.
Yeah,
but yeah. And then on the bottom it says this horse barn belongs to, and then you can put the kid's
name in it. And I think this we did with some interfacing.
Yeah, it definitely has interfacing. I'm feeling like that is SF 101 in there.
Yeah, but we normally do these with Soft and Stable. But Soft and Stable was out of stock at the time.
You could use Soft and Stable.
I would use Soft and Stable. It'll stand up better.
It would be a bit more structured.
Yeah.
There's cardboard inside it.
Cardboard?
I believe. That's what Laura said she was going to do.
No, there's no cardboard.
Maybe
Katie was telling us that there was cardboard.
She used something else.
No, it's...
Yeah, so we were out of stock on the thing that we wanted to use at the time.
So cute.
So we improvised.
I mean, that's what sewing's all about.
That's what sewing's all about. Anyhow.
It's what you have in your craft room.
Cute little things. And for like all the little kids, did your kids like used to like, my kids loved like their favorite toys were little things that they could hold in their hands.
Yeah.
And they would just walk around with the little things in their little tiny little grubby toddler hands. And it was so cute.
Yeah.
This is perfect for little toddler hands.
Yeah.
Super cute.
They love that.
And
there's bales of hay. Oh my God.
There's bales of hay for them to eat. Oh, and I lost the horse.
Oh, it's too bad they couldn't have done it rectangular because then that would be more lifelike.
So this is called Ponderosa Cut and Sew Panel.
Yeah.
And it is up on the website. We only have like 9 or 10 of them available.
There's not a lot of them.
If you want one, don't delay.
So cute.
They are super cute.
I did a lot of hay when I was a kid.
What did you do?
I did hay.
Yeah?
So growing up in the country, my grandpa had a farm and we had to do hay. And so doing hay was when they cut the hay and then baled it up, we had to go and take the bales and put them on a trailer.
Yeah.
And then we had to take them to the barn and then get them in the barn. Yeah. It was the worst job ever.
They're heavy.
They're heavy
and scratchy.
It was always hot because it was always like July or August.
And you want nice, dry, hot days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can't have wet hay. And that's when I learned how to drive a truck at 10 years old.
Cool. Awesome.
I started driving at 10. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, and like I would take that job over throwing the bales.
Yeah, because we were too little to like actually lift the bales enough. So all
Yeah.
the parents, like it was like my dad and mom and my uncle and aunt and my grandpa and stuff. So they would all be in the back of the truck lifting and stacking the bales.
Yeah.
And then the kids would get to drive it.
Yep.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other really fun
this
new
stuff
thing
is so pretty.
is this new marled yarn from Mota. So we have 5 colors.
Yeah.
I did order all 7 of these colors, but they were out of stock on 2 of them.
Yeah.
So they are, I'm going to put a color description in the product so that we can describe what each of the color names are. So GGV is has a green, so it's two strands of gray and 1 strand of green. GGA is 2 strands of gray and 1 strand of navy. So A is for azul in they're from Spain.
Yeah, so they're all Spanish color names.
This one is GGC, so it's 2 strands of gray and 1 of sort of an orangey color.
An orangey rusty color.
Yeah. And then these 2 are very, very similar. GGN is 2 strands of gray and 1 strand of like a chocolate, like a brown.
Yeah.
And then this one is
GBN.
GBN, so it's 1 strand of gray, 1 strand of beige, and 1 strand of brown.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more, the brown in here is a little darker than in this one, but there's the color variation's a little more subtle in this one because with the beige.
Yeah.
They're all
a little bit
gorgeous.
They're so nice.
They would make a lovely sweater like what I'm wearing right now.
Definitely.
I really like this green and the navy.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
And these are limited edition, so we probably will not be able to restock these. I have just about a sweater quantity in each of the colors. But we don't have extras.
Yeah,
so.
and they're already balled up, so you don't have to.
They're already balled up. Instant gratification.
Yeah. Just take it home and find that
instant gratification. Yeah.
Yeah.
And should we talk about the thing that I booked?
Yeah.
The event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So we have booked a charter bus with a washroom.
There's a washroom on the bus.
There's a washroom,
and
it is air conditioned, and it's a smooth ride.
And I remember. Do you think it has a DVD player?
I don't know.
Because I remember when I was younger, we took a school trip on one of those buses, and it had a DVD player.
Ooh, maybe that'd be like the cutting edge technology at the time.
Probably.
It's only an hour. So we're going to take a busload of people to Twist on the Saturday of Twist Festival.
This is in August.
Saturday, August 10th.
Yeah.
We only have about 50 spaces on the bus. We're going to get this all prepped and start selling spaces in a couple of weeks. We have some other pressing things that we're working on right now, so it has to wait a little bit. But it is booked. I don't know if people are interested. Should we take like a waiting list, or should we just
do that?
Anyhow, it's going to take us a little while to get the event organized and start selling spaces. We're going to reach out to some of our suppliers and see if we can put together a swag bag, but no like guarantees on that. The ticket will not include your admission.
No.
But admission is really easy to buy online or at the gate. And we'll be leaving from here at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So we will get to the festival just about when they open at 9 a.m. And then we're going to leave the festival at 3 p.m. That seems like I know that this festival is open until 5 p.m., but that seems like a pretty long day to be there. So it gives you 6 hours there. Yeah. There's lots of food vendors. There's lots of places to sit and hang out. And there's certainly lots and lots of vendors to see. And it's
inside a building, or is it inside and outside?
So it's inside a building. So there's 2 halls inside a building. Okay. It's air conditioned. There is ample washrooms, really nice washrooms, good Wi-Fi signals. There's an ATM, and then they have a tent, a very large tent outside.
So you're just not out in the sun the whole time.
You're not outside in the sun all the time. Yeah. The food is in a tent. There are like talks
super cool.
outside in a tent. There's like a petting zoo area. There's
with sheep
and alpacas and llamas and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
And
cool.
sometimes there's like
You can
demonstrations.
see the fiber right on the animal.
Yeah, and sometimes there's like demonstrations about
That's
like
super
sheep
cool.
herding and that sort of thing.
Do they shear sheep there? That would be cool.
I'm not sure.
We had a guy at my local country fair shear a sheep.
Nice.
And it was really cool to watch.
It is very in demand, but it is sort of a dying.
It is a dying
skill.
thing. He said he learned from his mom, and he has to actually go travel around for work because there's not enough work here in Canada. Canada only shears their sheep once a year because our climate does not allow for the wool to be really nice and to grow a lot. So he has to go to Australia.
Oh.
And he because Australia has so many sheep.
Yeah.
So he goes to Australia for their shearing season, and they shear way more than we do because it's so hot there.
I follow this one shearer on TikTok, I think, and her thing is fascinating. But she does alpacas too.
Oh yeah, see, he just does sheep. But and he said like Canadian wool is crap.
But we have to shear the sheep because we've bred them.
You have to shear sheep because otherwise it just
anymore.
goes. Have you seen the pictures or videos of like the sheep that they found after 5-6 years and they're just like this giant ball?
Yeah.
But Canadian wool is really crappy and it's used for like very rarely used for yarn. It's mostly used for like insulation.
I think there's people who are trying to expand the Canadian wool market and provide other products and expand the textile market.
What did he say it was used for?
Because Canada used to produce compost.
It's a great compost material apparently.
Yeah.
But they get no money for the fleeces. They get like a farmer will get 30 cents.
Well, so there's an organization called Fiber Shed, I think, that is I know they're active across North America, and there is an Ontario chapter, and they are trying to grow the wool market and expand it.
It would be great because
to make it more viable for
because my dad's
farmers.
friend is a sheep farmer, and so he would love to have more of a market for his fleeces.
So and they're trying to expand both the textile market and the non-textile market because for insulation I've heard it also used as a good like mulch in gardens.
Totally
and other things. So I think that's all we have to talk about.
I think we pretty much talked about what's new and exciting this week.
And we're not ending up super late, so that's good. Have a good day, everybody. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.